Hi, it's Nick. I'm making this video for a fellow named Al. He watched my first movie that I made just with this particular engine. It was a tin plate engine because I didn't have the rest of the cars that went with it. It belongs to a friend of mine, Tom. And Al asked me if Tom had the tender that went with the engine. Well, when I asked Tom that question, he says yes, but he also has the two passenger cars that came with the set. And what I like to do, if you watch the movie that has this engine, and it's a 1934 engine, that was my first video, and I hooked it up with one of my posts for tenders and a couple of cars. So I'm really not going to explain the engine. As I mentioned, you can see it video I had. So I'm just going to take the engine out of the way, and I'll start with the coal tender that came with this set. It's a tin plate coal tender. On the side, I hope you can see this, it's kind of worn out. It says little plaque, and it says Lionel, and it has some detail on it. As you can see, it has some rivets in this area, and it has handrail here. It's colored brass, but it's really not brass. And then the two wheels, and they have the copper color, but it's really tin metal of oil caps. So that was kind of nice. And on the top, I think you can see it, it has another little handrail right over here. And what connects it to the engine is this piece of metal right here, and it has a hole, round hole. And that's where the engine would connect to the coal tender. And it's interesting the way they designed this. I'll just turn it so you can see the front of it. It's nice the way they made the sheet metal. It came up on a curve. And then you have the rest of the body, which is flat, as you can see here, and then it has a nice little slope to it. And it has another handrail on this side and one over here. Thought that was kind of nice. And the back, it has the Lionel logo, and it's just, plain. And then you have where the coupler comes out, and you have another piece of metal in here. And I don't know the name of this particular coupler, so if someone out there does know, give me a comment and let me know what they call it. But basically, it has a little lever here, and you lift it up, and this piece of metal here is like a little hook. And this would hook up to the next car, and then the other car has a similar hook, which would hook up in this area here. And once you put both of them in place, this drops down, and it would lock the other car's little hook, and then the other car would have the same device, and when that goes down, it would hook into this one. And that's how it stays, they hook up together. I thought that was kind of interesting. The bottom, it just has, 2 wheels, 4 wheels with the axle, and it just shows you how it hooks up. One other thing I like to mention, all of the cars, the way they put them together, they have these little tabs. I don't know if you can see them. And they would fit in a slot, and then you would fold them over. And that's how they would put this whole car together. I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, the next car I'm going to show you, it's the Pullman car. And it has, the car is painted red, and it has yellow, a door, 2 doors, and the windows, sills, frames. And it says Pullman, and it gives you the number 603, and then it has it here 603. the trucks are also tin plate, and you have, it's interesting, on this front one you have a copper color, and then on this side you have like a chrome color. I thought that was interesting. And another thing, the black top, it has a screw here which I took out just to lift it. You lift it up, and it doesn't have any lights in it, but I think you can see it. And inside it has the bench, and then I guess if you want to change the wheels, you can get at the wheels here, or the couplers. You just twist that and it'll fall right through. Or I guess you can also put figures in there if you wanted to, because it doesn't come with figures. But I thought that was pretty nice. And then after you finish doing what you're doing there, you just put this back on, and you put the screw in, but I won't put the screw in right now. And again, it has the same type of coupler as you can see here, and there's the other hook, and I'll put it this way, the other latch which comes up. Now, those particular latches, they are spring loaded, so when you lift it, it'll spring down. But unfortunately, the only one that has the spring is the one that's on tender. And the next passenger car, I'll bring it up. It's the same construction, and as far as the trucks and the coupler is the same, except this is the observation car, and the number is 604, and it has the one here 604. But this one only has one front coupler. It doesn't have a back coupler. But what I liked about the back, the workmanship that they did, they had this nice railing, and it's gold or brass, and the post, as you can see here, and the side. And it has a door, but it's just an open door. And then in the front, it has a doorway, but no door in it. And the same with the other passenger car. So I just wanted to show you this before I run it around the track. Now, to hook them up, it takes a little while. If you do it right, it just locks right in. But you lift this lever up, and then you have another one, and it's kind of awkward. And this one, sorry fellas, I'm trying to do this. It's not easy to do it and then to show you on the video. But if it works right, it just locks in, as you can see there. And then what I'll do is I'll do the same with the tender. Comes in. That's how the technology was then, and they're all hooked up. It's 1934 technology, and she's still running good. As I mentioned in my other video, the only thing I had to do with the engine is I had to clean the motor and the brushes and oil, the axles and the gears, and it was missing a directional relay. So I go to these train shows, and this one fellow is the car doctor, and fortunately he had the part, and I bought it and installed it, and running pretty good. So I'll Hope you're enjoying it, because there's the original tender and the 2 passenger cars that came with it in 1934. And she's still running good. Matter of fact, I had my friend Tom here, and he was watching it going around, and he said to me, you know, Nick, it's just running the same way and looks the same way when I first saw it when I was 4 years old, running around the Christmas tree. I thought that was pretty nice. I'm glad I got it fixed for him, and I had it running too. I'll let it run around a little bit, and just wanted to make the video for Al, because he really likes the post-war engine. All it has is just a light, no whistle, no soundboard. I like them. I like the color. It really looks nice. Now, I'm going to stop it now. Well, Al, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll just show you the cars a little closer if I can get it in there. Now that's the observation car, and that's the Pullman car. That's the coal car, or the tender, and of course the engine. Well, fellas, you all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope Al enjoyed it. Take care now. Bye. Hi, it's Nick again. I thought maybe Al might also enjoy watching the tin plate train set running with the legacy train sets that I have on. So I'm going to get it started, and we'll have them run around a little bit, and then I'll shut the video off. Okay, Al, hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
Norfolk Southern, 9798. Do you copy? Roger that. 9798. Read you loud and clear. Start up and stand by. Copy that. NS 9798 out. Norfolk Southern, 9798. Take the green. Over. Copy that. Norfolk Southern, 9798. Cleared outbound. Out. NS 9798 here. Locomotive is underway. Over. Okay, 9798. Out. 9798. Please go to restricted speed. Over. Copy that. Restricted speed. NS 9798 out. New York Central, 5628. Do you copy? Roger that. 5628 here. Start up and stand by. Understood. I'll get this train up and running. Out. You're good to go. Over. Understood. I've got green boards. 5628 out. 5628 here. Train is underway. Over. Very good, 5628 out. 5628, please go to slow speed. Over. Understood. Moving at slow speed. Out. Slow speed. NS 9798 out.
1934 technology, 20. I tell you, I'm really enjoying seeing that tin plate engine running around with my legacy engine. And there's one other thing I didn't have to do with the engine, weather it. It just, Mother Nature did it. There she comes. I'll let them run around a little bit and then I'll end the video. I hope everyone is enjoying it, because I am. I love running the post-war engines. Well, hope you enjoyed it, Al. You have a great day, fellas. Take care now. Bye.